I cannot wait to share the success story of Chris Snow with you today, coming from Jacksonville, Florida. This is absolutely amazing because people come to us all the time with existing channels and ask, should I try to revive this channel or should I just start a new one? Now, I do believe that's a case-by-case basis. We'll get into that here in a little bit later on in the video, but Chris had a channel for 5 years and only 22 subscribers, but was still making videos. Now, he found us and came to us just January 15. Within 2 weeks of implementing our program, he got his first phone call. And now just 6 months later, he has over 600 subscribers, 2 videos with over 7,000 views. He's already got a couple of deals under contract, and he's got 20 clients that are sitting on the fence ready to pull the trigger, just waiting on the interest rates to drop just a little bit. And probably many of you have clients that exact same way. But the thing is to generate that amount of business within a 6-month time frame from a 5-year-old channel that had 22 subscribers, he is over the moon. So we're going to jump into his story. He's going to tell you what videos have worked well for him, why he stuck with it, and how he's generating business from his YouTube channel right now, and how you can too. And if you don't ever give up and just continually make videos the correct way, then you can see success on YouTube as well. And so let's not waste any more time and jump into the video. But first, my name is Levi Lascsak with Passive Prospecting, and we help agents just like Chris all over the world build out YouTube channels that passively prospect for them 24/7 and in a compounding effect. It'll absolutely change your business. Check the description below if you want some information on how you can partner with us, and let's get into the video. And welcome my man, Chris Snow from Jacksonville, Florida. How you doing today?
Good.
Good. So yeah, we just wanted to dive in and discuss a little bit of your YouTube journey and the success you've been having already, because it's funny, we were talking and you told me you've had a channel for 4 or 5 years, and the most you'd ever garnered over that time was 22 subscribers.
We had tens of subscribers. Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah, you had tens and tens of subscribers. Very nice. Yeah. In Jacksonville, pretty popular area. I mean, Florida being the #1 relocation state, Jacksonville being a pretty hot commodity for as an area for people wanting to go, but still only the 22 subs. So what rekindled your, because had you still been publishing on YouTube, or did you just kind of let it die off over the last 5 years?
I kept publishing every time I would think of a video to go, oh, this would be great. And then we would publish a video. We would put property tours. When I say property tours, our videographer would go in, video a property. We would upload that. There was really no thought in what we were doing. We were just going, everybody says you need to be on YouTube. So we were on YouTube. Okay, we didn't get anything from YouTube. So we were like, well, we'll just keep doing it until something happens, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
And 5 years later, nothing had really
nothing. But it was part of the workflow. So, it's,
Wow, well, that's pretty good, tenacity there to stick with it for no results.
Yeah, exactly. If I was paying for it, I would have fired it, right? But fortunately, it was free to do it. But, I always knew in the back of my mind that video had to be a part of our business, because I saw just in converting leads, whenever we looked a little bit different. So if we sent a bomb video, we sent a video text, it just helped with conversion.
Yep.
And really, if you look at the stats that NAR puts out, it's almost 70% of the people go with the first agent that they get face-to-face with. So why wouldn't you get yourself face-to-face with someone as quickly in the process, regardless of how far they are in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your main source of lead flow then, since it wasn't YouTube?
Yeah. So we do, and we still do it. We do a lot of Google pay-per-click advertising. So we spend, anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month to generate leads and opportunities for our team. Now, we'll sell. Before YouTube, right, we sell 220 homes each and every year. We're looking at what YouTube can provide for us and what we've been doing, and through your program to almost double that. That's the goal, is to double the production without spending any more money on lead generation.
Wow, that's amazing. So 5,000 to 10,000 a month in pay-per-click. Just curious, how many leads on average does that get you per month?
400 to 500.
Really?
We're almost $10 to $12 a lead. It's it's pretty affordable in our area. Dallas.
Do you have the magic trick or something as far as what ads to place?
I leave that to someone else. We have an expert that runs our pay-per-click advertising, right?
Are they available for hire?
Yes, they are.
Okay, can you send me their details?
I will get you their details.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
Yes.
I mean, we supplement right now because we have a team as well, and we supplement with some pay-per-click, but it's not turning out that type of business.
It's, again, for us, it's anywhere from $10 to $12 a lead. Now, our market area, again, is a little bit smaller. Jacksonville's about 12,000 real estate agents. Dallas, you guys are what, about 50,000 realtors, 60,000 realtors?
Yeah.
80,000. So it really goes by the competition. But you also have to have somebody who's watching it on a daily basis. And they do incorporate some video through, I think they call it PMAX, retargeting, remarketing, to get people back. So it's a video based.
Okay. Well, I'd love to touch base with you on that offline, because I'm definitely interested in that, because we want to help, we want to expand our team, and
Yep.
YouTube leads can only go so far as well. And
Correct.
we reserve those for our top tier agents now as well. So and I want to say top tier, all of our agents are top tier, but you've got to do some personal transactions. We kind of make it a the holy grail of leads
Right.
to get to on the team. So
well, and here's the interesting thing is that what attracted me so much to your program is you hit the nail on the head. I was watching one of your interviews and you said, a pay-per-click lead you may be chasing for a year to 14 months, and how much time are you spending following up with them?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, that is our business. That we have churned through that. We do a great job of it. We've gotten better about condensing the cycle. But I didn't realize it when we started shooting the video and we started doing YouTube. I knew that it would help speed up the process, and it has. But all that content now we're actually taking and we're repurposing and sending it back to our pay-per-click leads as something of value. Because what we found is that when a YouTube lead would call us, they're like, okay, can we go look at houses? Can you help us find a house? Yes, that's awesome. Yes, that's an easy business, right? That's why we do it. And we want to keep putting out content that gives us more and more phone calls that are coming in. Well, we still have this other source of leads that are coming in that we've got to nurture. So how do we nurture them better? Well, we take the content that we know that will nurture them for us, which is our YouTube content. We send that back to them to hopefully get them back into the rabbit trail, that even if they don't pick up the phone and ever converse with us, that they keep going back to our YouTube channel, because we'll send it out as blast email. We'll send it as a text message. Hey, we just shot this new video. Hey, you're interested in properties in this area. I see that on the website. Here's a video that we shot that may help you, just to try to get them in the rabbit hole of nurturing themselves with our YouTube content.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Awesome. So you've had the channel for 5 years, 22 subscribers, and then you were speaking with a random friend, or I would say a mutual friend. I know Noelle, and so and she was like, no, if you got to check out these guys. And so what happened from there?
So we had Noelle come on to our team and just kind of talk to us about social media, right? And as we were discussing a little bit more and more, the problem for me is that I cannot be consistent on platforms like YouTube not YouTube, but Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I'm too busy. I got too much going on, and I have longer attention span to put into something, not like these short, let me go in, post something, chit chat back and forth with somebody, come back, check later on. I just don't have time to do that. Yeah. So when I started describing that to Noelle, she's like, well, you just need long-term, long-form content. And have you seen Levi's stuff? And I go, who's Levi? She goes, oh, he's an EXP agent too. You need to go. And so she sent me a couple things, and I watched a couple of different videos, and I showed it to my wife, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Because my natural heart is to teach and to just sit down and help explain something that, whether it's complex or not, but try to make it as simple as possible for people. And I enjoy doing that. So it's something that I could do over and over and over again and not get tired of it. I get tired of trying to figure out how to be quirky and funny and relevant on a 5-minute social media platform, right? It's just not me. It's not my style. So it resonated with me when you were talking about the benefits of YouTube. And I knew, again, because we posted out there, and now all of a sudden we're starting to watch the videos and watch the training. And I'm going, this is why we've got tens of subscribers and 100 views on 200 videos. And it's like, because we're making stuff that we think we want with no thought as to what the consumer wants. Yeah.
And we didn't, because this question comes up quite a bit. Should I squash the old channel or just add to it? Especially someone would think 5 years posting, 22 subscribers, then it's a dead channel. There's no way to resuscitate that, right? But you'd made the decision, no, we'll just add to it and go from there. And you're already up to 600 subs.
Yes. So we're just shy of 600. At our rate, it'll probably be early next week that we'll hit the 600. Okay. And it's, the big thing is great. We get the subscribers, but are they watching? Are they watching the videos that we're consuming? And so our best performing videos, and we try to put out at least one video a week, try to do two. Our area is like a big geographic area. So where Dallas has a lot of like individual, like actual suburbs with those names, we don't have those suburbs. We have St. Augustine, and it's the entire city. Mm-hmm. And it's all these little communities that are in there, but people don't necessarily know what the communities are yet. So we're trying to wrap our mind around, as we go forward, how we get those individual community contents, because it's just, yes. So we've got our major markets, and we started to see those videos, and we started to get the plays up. And now we're getting, for one of our pros and cons for a city, our vlog tour for a city, or our map tour for a city, we're getting almost 6,000, 5,000 views with 300, 400, 500 subscribers. So it's a very high view count for the number of subscribers that we're getting. So we're actually getting recommended in search, which, again, that's all we can ask for, right?
Yep.
So
that's great. And so what has that led to in deals?
So for deals, we've closed out 2 already. And as we were just chatting, we've got 20 that are in our pipeline right now. 2 that came in actually today. It was funny, they must have known we were having the call today. So we had 2 that came in today. And one of the 2 just said, hey, I'm going to be in town this weekend. Can you go help me? We need to find a house. And it's a $700,000 property. So
just like that.
Just like that.
And 20 people. Think how many agents out there would do anything to have 20 people in the pipeline just kind of hanging out there. Probably as soon as interest rates drop even just the slightest amount, though, half of those people will probably jump, right?
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you started with the new method, I would say, or just following the program around October, which, again, not really the best time in the real estate industry at that time. Fourth quarter of last year was really looking a little bleak.
Yes and no. Okay. It was a bleak time because, transactions were slowing down. But because they were slowing down, it actually allowed me to focus on doing what I knew was going to build the business for later on. But if we were staying busy, I don't know if I would have had the time to actually go out, shoot the video, spend the time doing it, because I would have been more focused on the deal flow than I would be on actually growing the business. Yeah. It's like God puts all these different little opportunities right there. So when things slow down, it's like, okay, we're slowing down for a reason. All right, what is it? And it's not just to sit back and do nothing. It's to work on the parts of our business that we haven't had time to focus on.
Yeah. That's good. We need to do a live together. We could do Jacksonville versus Dallas,
I like it.
Yeah. That'd be cool. So, all right. Well, let me see here. Then you got your most viewed videos. The 7,000 one was 7,000 views. Is that the St. Augustine video?
The St. Augustine.
That a vlog tour?
No, it's the pros and cons. Our pros and cons outdo everything, right?
Okay.
So yeah.
You got to show more of the. Wait, Jacksonville's on the water, right?
It is. It is.
I'm used to like all the other area. I feel like Jacksonville sometimes is the forgotten area of Florida.
It's why we are the most affordable big city.
There you go.
But St. Augustine, which is that bedroom community, we are in the state of Florida, we have the highest income for that county of any county in the state of Florida.
Okay. How is Jacksonville? I've never made it there. Is it a nice area?
It's an older downtown, which if everything gets approved, we're an NFL city. So Shad Khan just released drawings of what he wants the new downtown to look like with the new stadium or a renovation of the stadium. It's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, if you're familiar with Houston, if you spend any time in Houston, Jacksonville and Houston go back and forth with being the largest land city in the United States, right? Really? So again, the entire area is called Jacksonville. Because of that, it's very spread out. And so you never feel like you're congested no matter where you go. So it takes you 20, 25 minutes to get anywhere, but you're not in traffic. There's no conglomeration of people. Like, people don't flock to downtown unless there's a sporting event or there's, a concert or something like that. There are work downtown, but Jacksonville is just a great, fun city, big city, small city, if that makes sense. Doesn't matter if you go to the airport, you see 5 people that you know.
So now that you're seeing a lot of traction on the channel, you're getting the subscribes, the views, but more importantly, the clients, has that reignited your passion, you could say, or your willingness to make videos?
It does, and I don't really consider myself a creative person. I've always said, like, give me the content, I'll shoot it, I can take it and I'll try to teach it, but I'm not great at creating it myself. Now it's kind of, I don't want to say forced me, but it's given me an opportunity to go, okay, let me look at what other people are doing and let me give my take on that. Yeah. And it's not a rip off and deploy, but it's like, okay, if we know that this is what the consumer is looking for, can I do it better? Everybody's looking for a listing agent, right? And you could say, well, we're all the same. No, we're not. How do I separate myself? How do I separate myself as a buyer's agent? How do I separate myself as a creator on YouTube trying to get better? And some of it's the content, but then some of it's just learning the thumbnails and creating your topics and, getting your titles in line. So, all those books and things that you've referenced all throughout your program, I'm digging more and more into that, because you've created, like, from a real estate agent's perspective, man, you put together an amazing program that you could just plug right into. Well, now I'm like, okay, well, I want to dig in. I want to learn a little bit more. I want to learn a little bit more. So you kept referencing these things that you picked up and read when you were, and I'm like, yeah, let's just dig in a little bit more. So, and that's helped me from a content standpoint to be able to go, okay, how are other people generating content? Because I think that's what we all look for, is like, what is the next video that we can shoot and produce that people want to see, that are, and it's not so much just to get the views, but to get people to like and subscribe and go, this is bringing me value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Is there anything you've picked up in what you've been learning, maybe that we haven't mentioned before, or something that you feel is really helping your channel that you could help us out with today?
Have you ever looked much at vidIQ?
I mean, I know a lot of people use it. I've never used it personally, but I do know, like Chrissy has both. So, she does a lot of stuff for us on the backside. And so she'll cross-reference a lot of times between that and TubeBuddy.
So I use both, right? And it's like, okay, I use TubeBuddy for certain things. I use vidIQ for other things. What I'm finding now is that vidIQ actually does a really good job of creating titles. I'm not a good title person. So
TubeBuddy now has the AI tool inside there. Yeah.
Yep. Their training that they have, some add-ons and stuff like that. Well, in one of the trainings they were talking about, like, if you want to know what content to do, what steps do you look at, right? Okay, so yes, you can look at other people within your niche, but what are you actually looking for? And so one of the things that they talked about was when you look at the total number of subscribers versus the number of views that a video has, if you can look at ones that have a lot more views than subscribers, then you know that they are getting into the recommended part of the algorithm, which means that YouTube is saying that this is relevant to your niche. So clear out your history, clear out all your history that you have when you go into or create your own little other login as a different person into YouTube. And now all of a sudden what you do is you go onto the creators that you think are creating and doing in the niche that you want. You look for those videos that are within the last 6 months, and you start looking for relevancy, right? And saying, okay, I'm going to put that in my playlist. I'm going to put that in my playlist. I'm going to put that in my playlist. You put 10 or 12 of them in your playlist. Then you watch them from beginning to end. Now I have a little speed thing that allows me to watch it in 3 or 4 times. So you watch it all the way through to the end. And what you're telling YouTube is this is the type of content that I'm a customer. This is what I'd be looking at. So now when you go back into your recommended, so you log back into your YouTube, it's now going to start showing you all those videos that are very similar that are in recommended as part of that program. So if you ever want to know what is your content, what does your next video need to be, now you have a platform that is serving it to you every day when you log in. It's the most, I did it and I'm like, holy cow, here's my 5 next video topics. And I didn't have.
Interesting. Wow, that's a good little hack there.
So
I'm gonna have to test that out.
It's yes. So you again, all you do is you go through, you type in Jacksonville, Florida, right? You type in Dallas, Texas real estate. Then you start looking at all the videos and the things that are coming up that would be relevant. And you just start looking through going, is this a video that I would want on my channel? Yes. Okay. Let me look and see, do they have more subscribers or do they have more views than subscribers? Because they want that velocity and they want to show that, hey, it's getting recommended and it's getting into the search. And then you just put that into your playlist. You get about 12 of them and you watch them from beginning to end, no matter how long they are. And then that tells the YouTube algorithm that, hey, I'm a customer. And he said, create your own playlist and just call it research. So now I have my research playlist whenever I need content.
Is that playlist, is that hidden on your channel?
It is.
Okay. All right.
It's a private playlist. But because I'm watching it, then you all of a sudden, the next time you log into YouTube, you'll notice that all your recommended stuff is going to be right around that topic. And it's going to be the stuff that's highly rated.
Interesting. All right. I like that. Man, you got any more tricks up your sleeve?
As we just talked about, man, we take all that YouTube content. Here's what I learned is that working PPC leads, before a person makes a buying decision, at a minimum, you have to provide them with at least 14 things of value, 14 items or more of value. So how quickly can you get to 14, right? Are you going to do it over 12 months? You're going to do it over 18 months? You're going to do it over 5 weeks? So if we want to condense that cycle down, we just keep giving them things of value. Well, what are things of value? What are we feel like if we're making content that people around the world, or at least in the United States, are looking at, then the people that are in our database, well, heck, they want to look at that too. So now we're sending those things back out to our database. We're sending our YouTube video that we just created, that we posted, didn't cost us anything to post it. I spent $12 to generate a PPC lead. Now I'm gonna send them a video that I just shot for free. And if they get caught up in that web, now all of a sudden that's something of value. And if they see one video, then they go to the next one, they go to the next one. Now they've got an opportunity to nurture themselves a little bit more while we're nurturing them on the other side. And it just, again, it condenses the time frame from a PPC lead being 12 to 14 months down the road to, I mean, we've had 10 so far this year that have transacted within 3 months. Wow. Which is not, that's not typical with PPC.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. Yep, I definitely want to talk to you more about that. And then so I think there's some good opportunity there as well, especially how many people are on your team right now?
So we've got 20 people on our team. We brought on 5 in the last month and a half. Our goal is to get to 50 this year. Okay. So the interesting thing is how many are on your team now?
We have about 10. Yeah.
Okay. So you're at the point now where as you start to bring on more paid lead sources, right, and some expense with them, until about 15, it's all expense, right? Once you get beyond 15, the next 15 to 30 are all profit, because you've already spent what you needed to scale. Now the next 15 people after that are pure profit. Now it's, can you handle the onboarding? Can you handle the training? Can you get them up and running with as little disruption in your day-to-day life? You know, do you have the systems in place to get them up and into production as quickly as possible? Because again, they're straight profit at that point.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, definitely send me your guy as well. I'd love to have a conversation with him. Or is it a girl?
It's a guy.
It's a guy. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So send me that contact. That'd be much appreciated. And also, is it okay if we link your channel in the description as well? Yeah, so
absolutely.
people can check out. And that way, if you have any referrals that are going to Jacksonville or St. Augustine or the surrounding areas, Chris has got the team to take care of them, right?
We would absolutely love it.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Chris, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Thank you for sharing your story. And I'm really most impressed that you stuck with the channel for 5 years with 22 subscribers. I think that is the win of the day right there. That's amazing. And
what else you gonna do, right?
Yeah. You know what? It's sometimes just stubbornness just helps you win in the end. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know what, part of my routine, going to keep doing it. But you know, you learn something new and it can completely change your business, right? Just, that's amazing. So, man, I'm just super excited to hear about the success and really happy for you guys and you and the team. So, you know, please let us know if we can help you out any more in any way. And I'll give a shout out to Noelle as well, who, you know, for referring you over. That was really cool. So, yeah, she's fun. She's a lot of fun to hang out with. So.
Absolutely. And we truly appreciate everything that you guys have put into the course, because I mean, literally, there's nothing extra that we had to buy, that we had to do, you put it in such a way. And you know, whether you like teaching or not, you're very good at it, because you know, I've had programs in the past before where you kind of go, okay, well, I'm missing something. Where am I missing? And you could never get an answer to what are you missing. And I think you guys did a great job of just laying out, okay, here are all the questions that someone could have. You answered them in there. So congrats, man. It's amazing. And
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot. So it's that was a lot of work, you know, to do that. But that's, you know, that's the other thing, is that now we're able to just pass that on to so many other people to help them out. So it's really amazing. And this is what makes it all worth it as well. So appreciate you, Chris. We'll be in touch, talk offline a little bit. And thank you so much for joining us today. And I will see you on YouTube.
Thanks, sir. God bless, man.